Okay, welcome back for more Allan Stratton's The Dogs. There is some potential supernatural stuff going on, or potentially we've got somebody who is seeing things. Let's get started with Chapter 8. Thursday is pretty much like Wednesday. I get on the bus and I take my place near the back. Cody's gang barking down the aisle. A few minutes later, Benji gets on and it's Oink City. I offer him a Tic Tac for his egg breath. He doesn't take the hint. At lunch, I hole up in the can and worry about everything. Then school's out and I'm back on the bus. I get off at the end of my lane. It's cold and cloudy. The breeze makes it sound as if the cornfields are whispering. I kick a stone up the lane. Past the stalks, I see Mr. Sinclair's truck poking out from behind the house. He must be cleaning the rest of the garbage. I don't exactly feel like being alone with him again, so I slip into the cornfield and follow the rows along the yard, and down the side of the house till I reach the rail fence by the barn. I'm totally hidden, but I can see out between the stalks, like a spy. The shed door at the back of the house swings open. Mr. Sinclair comes out with some boxes. He carries them to his pickup, tosses them on the cargo bed, and goes back inside. Corn tassels tickle my nose. Leaves wave in front of my face. I need a better lookout. I glance at the barn. That hole up where I thought I saw the kid would be perfect. I break the field, hop the fence, and sprint to the barn. It's dark inside, except for a few shafts of light from the cracks between the boards. Ahead, on the dirt floor, I see wooden stairs on a concrete pad. I climb to the hayloft, testing out each step in case it's loose or rotten. It's empty except for an overturned pail and the birds lining the rafters. Where there's birds, there's bird crap. Guess I won't be sitting down. I crouch by the hole. There's no sign of Mr. Sinclair. He must still be inside. I glance at my bedroom window. If my curtains were open, I could see right in. I picture night stalkers lurking around up here, watching me. The curtains move. Mr. Sinclair is the only one in the house. What's he doing in my room? Mr. Sinclair comes out of the shed with 2 cartons. That's impossible. He can't be outside and in my room at the same time. Then who's there? Mr. Sinclair heaves the cartons in the cargo bed, gets in his truck, and starts the engine. Mr. Sinclair, wait, don't leave. There's someone in my room. He doesn't hear me. He drives to the lane. I barrel down, race to the door. Too late. He's gone. What do I do now? I pull up my phone to call Mom. Wait, if I tell her a stranger's in the house, she'll call the police. And what if I'm wrong? Maybe I just saw a cloud shadow across the window. But what if I'm right? Calm down. I'm scaring myself for nothing. Who'd be inside? One look at this dump and a thief would know there's nothing to steal. And what random guy is going to break into a house in the middle of nowhere? What if the guy isn't random? What if it's Dad? He could have parked at the next crossroad and walked back, easy. Stop thinking like Mom. Why? There's always news about some guy who goes nuts and kills his family. Dad wouldn't do that, would he? I try to think of everything and anything except the last night we lived together. No use. It was 8. I was 8. It was after supper. I can't think or remember how it started, but Mom and Dad were fighting again. Them fighting was supposed to be a secret. There was lots of secrets with Dad, like the secret about him teaching me how to swim and holding my head underwater till I thought I was drowning. It's training, buddy. The last fight, Dad started smashing stuff. Not in front of Cameron, Mom said. I ran upstairs like I always did, hid under the covers, stuck my fingers in my ears, and prayed I wouldn't wet the bed like I used to when they'd fight. I'd be so ashamed. Don't tell Dad, I'd say, and Mom would hug me and promise. Anyway, the fight was so bad I could still hear them. Dad yelled the kind of stuff he always did. Who is it? What's his name? There's nobody, Mom yelled back. You think I'm stupid? It's that guy at the drugstore, isn't it? Don't lie to me. I've seen the way you look at each other. I know. The screaming went on and on. I sang songs to myself to block it out. Then the police came. They drove me to this shelter where a woman put me in a room and gave me a teddy. I was always too old for it, but I didn't care. Where's Mom? I asked. Where's Dad? All they said was, your mom's okay. Someone kept checking in on me until Grandma and Grandpa arrived the next day. Don't worry, Grandma said. We love you. Everything's fine. They said Mom had an accident and was in the hospital and Dad was away on business. Then they took me to an apartment where we stayed for a month till Mom got better. They wouldn't let me see her. When I asked why not, Grandma would tear up and leave the room. When's Dad getting back, I'd ask. And when I was braver, why were there police? Let's not think about that, Grandpa said. Let's think happy thoughts. But at night, when they thought I was asleep, I heard Grandma say, he's a monster. She can't go back. Next time she could be dead. Next time? Were there other times? When? Was it those days Mom stayed in bed with the lights off? She'd say she had a headache or the flu. Dad was always nice in those days. He'd bring home flowers and toys and order in pizza or a Chinese takeout, and we'd watch TV together. I never saw Dad again, except on supervised visits at that government building. I remember the blue walls and the plate of cookies and the cameras and the social worker in the corner. I wasn't scared seeing him at first. I figured there must be a reason we couldn't be alone. But he was always gentle, and when I'd back away from him, his face would crumple up and I'd feel mean. I remember when I'd finally let him lift me onto his lap, he'd put his arm around me, and I cried into his shoulder. I didn't care who saw. Dad rocked me. It's okay, buddy. Don't be scared. Sometimes people say things about other people that aren't true. Just so you know, I love you and your mom, and I'd never do anything bad to either of you. But what about that night? Sometimes your mother did things behind my back and we'd get mad at each other. That night, she was so mad she stormed up the stairs, tripped, and fell. She hurt herself by accident. Promise. Then why aren't we together? Dad got very quiet. Your grandma and grandpa don't like me. They say all kinds of things, don't they, buddy? You know how people can put ideas into other people's heads? I nodded. He tousled my hair. Here's something else. Since that night, I haven't had a drink. Not one. You can tell your mom. Maybe she won't believe me, but it's true. I remember my last visit with Dad before Mom and I started running. Dad had this weird look in his eyes. He waited till the social worker's back was turned. Then he slipped me a photo of him and me at the beach. Don't let anyone see this, he whispered. Your mom would take it away. She doesn't want you thinking about any of the good times we had, but you and me, we remember, don't we, buddy? Sure. Shh. My new address and cell phone number are on the back. Our secret. Cross your heart and hope to die? I nodded and slipped the photo into my pocket. I was scared about hiding it, but Dad was right. Mom should be mad if she saw it. Back home, I put it behind the picture of Mom and me with my grandparents that sits on my bedside table. The weird thing is, I never looked at the photo since. I'm afraid if I take it out and I see Dad's number and I'll have this overwhelming need to call him. And I can't. Not ever. I thought of getting rid of it so I won't be tempted, but I can't do that either. What if I wanted someday to remember what he looked like? So there it is, beside my bed, the secret photo. Dad, hidden out of sight, but always in my mind, like in life. After I put the photo in my pocket, Dad hugged me for the last time. I love you. I love your mom too. If I didn't love her so much, the things she said or she did wouldn't have made me so mad. Trust me, there are things you'll know when you're older. That's exactly what Mom says. There are things you'll know when you're older. Well, guess what? I can't wait till I'm older. There are things I need to know now. Thanks for watching. More videos to come.